shakes low, it hums my name. A voice in the dirt says we're the same. My veins ignite like molten stream. The past awakens in my dreams. Beat of the drum, the heart reply. Echoes of power through the sky. Rise, rise, the blood is loud. Ancient sparks in every cloud. The trees, they whisper close to me. Roots that tangle eternity. A chant that cracks the heavy stone. I hear it sing, you're not alone. 4 and 7, it twists the air. 5-minute shout, it pulls me there. Beat of the drum, the heart replies. Echoes of power through the skies. Rise, rise, the blood is loud. Ancient sparks in every cloud. A crack of thunder wakes my skin. The rhythm pulls the soul within. A song that's older than the sun. My pulse is fire, it's just begun.
Hello, and welcome. This is Mr. Cosmic. We are back with another live tarot. This is, yeah, a little different. I'm just kind of hanging out here. I figured I'd hop on, see who's on, see who's, I'm doing some side work for the channel. And I said, you know what? I said, let me just hop on and see who's around. And Human, how are you? How are you doing? Yeah, your reading was amazing yesterday, by the way. Absolutely off the charts. Yeah. Really crazy. That was, yeah. That was really, really good yesterday. Yeah, I was like, what? I think it was the last reading we did yesterday. How you guys doing? Join in. The queue is open. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys for being part of the process. As always, I'm just hanging out. I just, you know what? I just flipped the camera on. I said, you know what? I'm just doing some work. And I'll be back tomorrow anyway for members only. But I figured, you know what? I'll hop on for a little bit, maybe an hour, maybe a little bit longer. But I was on super long yesterday, so we'll see what's going on. We'll see who's here. We'll see what vibrations we pick up on. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Brenduska, how are you? Brenduska, can I start with a reading for you for once? Like, how about that? Like, how would that work? And how would that work for you if I streamed for 7 hours or 10 hours? You know what I'm saying? Ethereal? Yeah, because 3 hours was crazy. But yeah, I questioned that yesterday. I said, what if I was on for a longer time? I couldn't read as much. There's no way I could read for that entire time. I'm not a robot. But I was like, when I flip the switch and I go full time, there will be a day I'll go on for like 8 hours live. There will be. That's what I was thinking. So it would be like kind of like this. It'd be in between, it'd be vibing, and then we'll get readings. So it wouldn't be just me reading constantly. And that's how, because they don't read it. They don't read everybody that comes in, because it's like it's actually not safe to read everybody that comes in. like Anne's Human had an amazing reading yesterday. So if it picks, it picks. But I don't see any reason to read for Anne's Human again. To be fair, I love that you're here. I'll be honest, but like you had the most amazing reading yesterday, like 12 hours ago, 24 hours ago. Sorry, yeah, because that was yesterday morning. Miss K, how are you? How are you doing? But yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm doing some work on the side. I'm just doing some stuff on the channel here, just kind of clicking, uploading, thumbnailing, doing some side work. And I said, I'll hang on. Let me hang on with you guys and see what's here. But yeah, it's one of those things. I appreciate you guys for being part of the process. I really do. Ethereal, Brenduska. But yeah, if you want Brenduska, I can start with your reading if you would like. I don't know if you haven't had I'm just kind of curious. I had the most amazing dreams. I'm gonna wait till we get a lot more on here, and I'm gonna tell you guys about this dream. Because when I dream, I'm traveling. It's not my mind messing with me. It's like literally in the mountains of these cards. It's super surreal. I documented it already in my dream journal, but I really did. It's so amazing. Yeah. So, Brenduska, let's do this. Do you want a love reading? Do you want a tarot reading? What do you want to do? What do you got? What do you need here? Good morning, Cindy. How are you? Yeah, I said, you know what? How crazy is this for you guys? I just hit live and it was 11:11 a.m. on my end. It was just, I just had everything set up. I hit, boom. I'm like, I look, it was 11:11. I go, come on, bro. I go, come on. I go, how amazing is that? And this dream I had last night was very telling. Revisiting old bosses, jobs, people. Some of you guys were in there, but there was energy. Like it was base camp, and then there was second base camp, and then there was the summit, and it was really cool. It's showing my future, and it was like in a spiritual sense, it was showing where I'm heading, and it was amazing to see you guys. But you were there in spirit, and it's essentially this. It's this moment here. It brought it to spirituality. I met people. I talked to people in my dream. It was really, really fun. And I don't ever get to dream like that. Not typically. But I have these mantras and I have these sayings and these affirmations that I use while I go to sleep. And as I went back to sleep, I went back into the same dream. And I would wake up, go do something, back into the same dream. I had to let my cats in. They were naughty last night, by the way. Everyone, goddamn cats. These girls, I love them to death. At 3 a.m, they're like, hey, we'll come in now. They're like, no big deal. Can we get a snack? I'm like, bro. I'm like, really? Like, you own the world? And like, we're going to go cuddle now. It was so crazy. But anyway, I got up in the middle of the night and I fed the cats. And I went back to sleep, same dream. Every dream last night was this dream. And it was just continuing the dream. It was like I locked back in, boom, and I went right in. It was really fun. But let's do this. Brenduska, how are you? Let's get you read. Let's start with you. Queue is open. It's just hanging out here. Nothing major. I did some heavy reading yesterday. If you haven't seen it, take a look. It was like I got through most of everybody. So I'm definitely taking it a little bit easier today. What I realize is I read so much, so often for so many things. I'm actually starting to strain my forearm. Like I've never had this before. And I thought it was from work. I thought it was from what I was doing at work. I'm like, no, it still happens. So I readjusted my table, my chair. I readjusted my setup. So I'm hoping that helps. But it's like, Jesus. I cannot get tennis elbow from tarot reading. I guess you can. Brenduska, here you go. First card out. Look at this. Tea-stained tarot, 4 of cups. Yeah, that's water energy, right? We're always talking about the water energy. It's love. It's Cancer. It's the support. It's the July 12th to July 21st. That could even be a timeline. That's the tree of life. Something triggered probably mid-July. This is the way I feel. This is how I'm seeing it. The mid-July, it's you and there's 4 things, 4 cups, 4 people, 4 opportunities. But as we keep going here, look at brand new start. See, something triggered. Solar output. This might even be like maybe you started something else, a secondary something. You're the assistant. You're the guide. You're the your role is being established in this earthly plane as we look at it. Look at this. Past life energy, T Stain Tarot again, Knight of Wands, patience. I think that's what it is. I was actually thinking about you earlier and the patience you bring to it, right? And like if someone's like trying to donate, you're like, no, 10, and like you're very forthright, and I think that's what makes this so powerfully balanced, because you're not afraid to let me just do the read and you do the talk, and I think that's what helps us out here. Look at this. Yeah, you're not blocking. But you're holding back on some other things. This is definitely, we've been getting a lot of this November, December energy. A lot of you guys are going to go through a major shift, This is going to be like a shift like you have never felt, lifetime shift. Just so you know, I'm not afraid to mention that. Here we go. Two for your heart. Libra energy. Look at this, dual justice. Could be Gemini energy. Could be some Gemini playing the part here. Gemini love. But we're talking about the T-Stain Tarot again with the solar output, saying, hey, what source is doing, you're doing your work, you're doing your life lessons, but you're partly figuring out why you're here, and that's even the more fascinating thing, because you're carrying the torch, the sword, the balance. But the universe has put you through the paces, the problems, right? And saying like, I don't want this. You and somebody else gone through this. And it seems like there is no end. It seems like there's no bottom to this, but there really is. There's a lot more to this. It could be the physical pain, could be because you have the fire here. You have a lot of this. This is a lot of restructuring. You might even be kind of, and I say this without hesitation, how many of you guys go through a lot of physical pain? As you vibrate out of your old existence, your body changes, right? Look at old pictures of yourself. Like, wow, you've grown up. Oh, you look the same. Because you never changed, and like you're just the same person. You remain the same frequency vibration. That's why people look, wow, you look so young, because you maintain that frequency, or that part of yourself that has that frequency. But this is a shift, a major change coming in. You're the one. I don't think you see this Gemini lover energy. I don't think you see this support. I don't see because it's this, I can't see it. What are you talking about? I can't see it. What are you talking about? That's the part of you that's really important. You're the one. You're the choice. You rise above all the other cups. When you look at these cups, you see all these other cups coming in, but then there's you, who draws them in magnetic like, right? You're the justice. Sun energy, right? Circling the sun once in a while, maybe. Yeah. It's wonderful. It's the unforeseen force. It's the thing. It's the red banner day. It's the side eye. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you there? It's that part of you. That part of you that really plays a good part. It's like now it makes sense, because you're very protective of whatever you're building. This being honestly part of it, but this is a small part of what you're building. But this is building something bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the way, I heard some crazy news about XRP yesterday. Don't get spooked by that drop, by the way. Liquidity is going to be crazy, because once it starts moving, it's never going to stop. That's all I can give you guys. I can't give you anything more right now, but it's still very, very good. All right, judgment. This is you, me, us, right? So Brendeski, you don't think we'll stand shoulder to shoulder sitting there when we cross over and be like, hey, how are you? Hey, what's up? How are you? Fist bump. Judgment. This energy you put in here, the ethereal puts in the energy you put out there every single day. All of that energy you put out there, that has to count for something, right? It leaves you vulnerable, but it feels like unfulfilled sometimes, right? I can tell you it's fulfilling others. You can actually see how the bodies are gray, and the body, see, same kind of cards, but they purposely colored these bodies gray. This is like from the past. This is judgment. Those are coffins there, right? And that's why we get this underneath it all these tower moments, all these things, because people come on the channel not to say, hey, everything's going amazing. How much more amazing can it go? Most people are sidetracked, or they have something wrong, a flat tire for life, for example, something's not right. And then they come on here, and you are the life force that brings them back into center. That's the thing that's important to understand here. It is not just this, and that's what it's telling you. It's not just this piece, because when the cameras, everything turns off, you go living your life. But you're expanding very, very much. But you hold back. You hold back how amazing, how beautifully amazing you are. Think about this. All the energy you put out there. It's law of reciprocity, right? Like, for example, this just happened to start at 11 a.m. this morning. But whatever it is, maybe it's the sudden chills, the pain, the temperature drops, that kind of thing. That's you moving through the universe, saying the universe is talking back to you. It's telling you, hey, there's a response to what you're doing. Your light body raises, your physical body changes. And there's some kind of happening inside this, because we have this shift happening. And so don't look at it as a negative thing. Look at it as a positive. What else could this be? And there's a lot of pain at night. A lot of things keeping you up. A lot of things that are on your mind. I know. I see it. I get it. But this is a distraction to a lot of that. And that's what it's telling you, saying, hey, why is this? This is more than a distraction, though. Why is this more than a distraction? Because it's giving you something back spiritually. It's letting you participate in something spiritually that allows you to grow. See? Queen of Wands energy. Empress energy. But you're not coming out as an empress. You're coming out as a queen to teach other queens. You know, it's saying, hey, no, this behave like this, do this. And they can behave however they want, but you've been through the tower moments, many of them, and you're not afraid to say, hey, this is what's going on. I lost my brother-in-law. I'm having physical pain. That vulnerability, that part of you that becomes open and honest, that says, hey, we're all going to get there someday. Something's happening. But through people, the strangers, you're saying exactly what you want to hear, or you're hearing back what they're saying, and there's something in the messages. That's the part of you that's really, really fascinating. But who's holding back? Ready? Who's holding back? You. You're holding back from the passion, the desire. There's something that you want to create. The wand has been handed to you. This is an angelic wand. This is what's very clear to you. You should be creating. Instead of being a Robin, you should be a Batman kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's saying it's your choice. No one can make you do anything you want to do. But the creation process is yours. I see it. I have seen it. It's definitely there. But your happiness is paramount. Money's here. Money's stacking. I can promise you it's coming. We'll pull on the money because I know money's always an issue, right? Yeah, money's always an issue. It says you're on the right path. It just follow the angelic part of your path, the spiritual part of your path. Not embrace even the problems. When the universe throws you, hey, you know, your washer, your dryer, your stove, whatever breaks, it says, what is that? Don't go, damn it. Say, okay, time to upgrade, time to have this. Because it's planned obsolescence anyway by the manufacturers, by those. Then you invest in those companies. Say, okay, damn it, you want to ruin me? I'm going to make money off your back. You get to work. I'm your boss now. That's what happens. Most people say, I will never invest in this company. And it's like every company does stuff like this. So those breezes, the doors suddenly shutting as you're thinking something, that's the universe kicking back to you saying, how do we get there? How do we let our mind drift to places where it's so negative? When reality is you control your own setting. That's the truth. That's what we have here. That's the passion. That's the desire. You're being offered the wand still. Since the very beginning of this channel, you've been offered the wand, the creation wand. And this would fuel, even ready? Past life. Money. Yeah. And so I'll tell you more about the dream here in a little bit, but yeah, you are absolutely on another brand new start. This is a solar start. I would say you're actually ascending another part of yourself. It's not necessarily about love. It's about you. This is only about you. You're the only thing that matters. Do you understand that? You are the thing that matters to this situation. Not me here. I'm saying in life. And I always say put your oxygen mask on first, because if you don't feel like you can love you and you need someone to love you, we all love you, but if you don't feel like you can love you properly, that's questionable, right? We have to ask why. What happened? What happened along the road to stop people from loving you and loving yourself? And as you're walking the journey, you'll find these coins on the road. You'll pick them up, and how interesting. And then what happens is these little nuggets, these little pieces of information, these little factoids that you find, and you start telling people and getting into it with people, you become that consistency, that magnetization that people need. I always see you there. It's good feeling. It's home, right? And that's the part of people that people love. It's that why do I, when I see you or I feel you, that's the moment you connect to those numbers, those 333s, or those higher power numbers. Because you're carrying these coins, you're carrying these nuggets of information, but you're holding them very sacred, humbly. That's the part of you that's super, super a queen of queens. But you don't come out as empress. You say, no, I want to see you shine. And you're waiting for your personal time, your personal moment to rise. And I get that. But this is a perfect emotional moment to say you are amazing and you're doing great work here. And I know you hold back from embracing that. There's parts of you say, am I? But yes, you are. Everything. And the universe is saying, this is a moment to pause and give you just a moment of saying, hey, you are amazing. You really are. They're holding back the 10 of Wands. I'm going to tell you, there's a monumental life shift change happening by November, December. You're the trigger. Like, you are the first read out. You're the one who says, let me lead you through here. Let me be mama bear for everybody for a second. Let me mama bear you guys. Yeah? Let me mama bear you. And that's what happens when you mama bear, you lead them out and you let them get to the place they need to be. All right, my friends, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all for taking your time for hopping in. If you're looking for a reading, I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm just doing some stuff on the side and gave Rendusker a little bit of good needed hugs and love. But yeah, we have, I know we have a handful of you guys in here. Queue's open. Feel free to jump in. I'm going to grab people randomly as we're sitting here hanging out. I'm just going to chat as I'm updating some information from the channels because I have a lot to do. But yeah, I have, because I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, obviously YouTube, if you haven't heard, and maybe you haven't. If you haven't, hit subscribe, become a member. See you tomorrow. But really, but I'm working on all this new content, putting it out because I love to do it. It makes me feel right. It aligns my energy. And then when I'm not doing this, I'm doing my other things, my other hobbies, the other things that I love to do that make me feel connected, right? And sometimes it's just chatting with people, just getting to know somebody on a level that they feel ignored, right? How many of you guys feel ignored in life? That's the part of you that questions us, right? And says, why do you feel ignored? What's making you feel ignored? Kaiser Domingo, how does Erica truly feel? Think about me right now. Let's see. Let's do this, Kaiser, because I can actually do this for you. I can do the romance deck, or I can use the tarot deck. It's up to you, Kaiser. But yeah, thank you for becoming a subscriber. I appreciate you. But yeah, this is awesome. I love hanging out with you guys. I'm not gonna hammer the readings like I did yesterday morning. I love that. That's like batting practice. That's like us going to a game, you know. And some of the games, it's like, wow, that was a shutout. And other times it's like, ooh, Cosmic lost. And it's not always positive. I get that. Because the energy has to flow. It has to be natural. It has to be this. As you're feeling me talk, you hear me, my voice come through. That's what it is. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to dial my gain down just a bit. I noticed that on one of the videos. I was doing some video check stuff on the other socials. Tell me if this is... I'm going to try not to peek it out. Is this too soft still? If I dial this down to like this for right now? Does this affect my voice too much? You guys can tell me. Is it better or worse? Because it shouldn't be ramming your speakers and making your speakers vibrate. And I was checking it the other day. I go, who's that loud MF? I want Zodiac on Leo. I could do that. I would actually have fun doing the Zodiac reading right now. This would be fun for me. If that was my original intent, was to do Zodiac live. But then I was like, it's kind of like, and so I don't mind doing a Zodiac reading while I'm here. Yeah, right. So I just dialed it back a little bit. So I'm trying to get that speaker. I want to have this rock star. Music is okay. Music is awesome. What are you talking about, Miss K? Music is awesome. So does the volume sound good? Yeah? Because I think the music I had set like just low enough. So when I put it into shorts, it can't really tell. But for here, you guys get it. She's belting out here. All right, Kaiser, let's read for you. The question that you had was... Let's see... where is it here? How does Erica truly feel and think about me? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm misreading this. Okay, how does Erica truly feel and think about me right now? How does she? What does she want out of our connection? Truly want. So, I'm going to do for you, Kaiser. I'm going to do this because I love this. Has been really fun for me. We had fun with it. How many of you guys? Yes or no? If you even see this after the fact, how many of you saw me pulling these? And I just added this in, kind of like a little bit of flavor. I do this sometimes, you know. I love my tarot cards. That's my go-to. That's my 6-shooter on both hips. But this would be I guess this would be my shotgun, right? Can't miss with this. So Kaiser, let's read this for you. Let's start with you. This will be your deck. This will be Erica's deck. You're the priority to me. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull this out. What I do is 6 and 6. That's what I do. I just fire 6 and 6. What I usually don't do is I don't take them in reverse, but depending on what happens, I'll know right away. Yeah, this is good. I think we're going to read upright on these. I think that's the goal here. Because I prefer to read upright on these because then you guys can see the cards. You can actually embrace them and see what's going on with them. But you have to give your relationship a chance. Don't push it. Don't name it. Don't label it. Allow it to just naturally unfold, right? The best thing I tell people, and this is the easiest way because most people can relate to nurturing and loving a plant, right? How many of you guys have had plants or had moms or grandparents or had all these family members and they have all these plants in their house and they're so wonderful around them? They go, oh my God, look at you. You look my God, you're blossoming. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny, but they're really, that's real energy. And what happens is it's the same thing. When you plant the seed of intent on somebody, you just walk away and say, yeah, if it grows, it grows. And then you never come back to it. And all of a sudden there's this tree waiting for you to come back. And you're like, hello, I'm over here. And that's what this is. When you plant the intention, stick to it, right? This is not about you proving anything or them proving anything. This is about you guys becoming a partnership, a long-term goal, right? And this is working on that partnership, saying, hey, we're together. This is us being one. Not like I own you, you own me. I want to see you succeed. Get to the summit of the mountain. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But that's what I went through. I literally visited the summit of one of my current manifestations. I'm going through a bunch of them. But I went into my psyche last night in a dream, and it was absolutely awesome. See, this one's backwards, but it wants me to flip it. I can tell like this. See? Codependency. And this codependency is like, maybe we're not good enough, or maybe and this is almost like in a negative way, saying like you guys have to move beyond whatever you're at now. Don't lock into that comfort zone base camp, right? Don't sit at the don't sit at the fire at base camp and say I'm never going to ski. How boring is that? Get up on the black diamond, right? Go up there and ski and come down, because what happens at base camp is it's comfortable, right? You have your hot chocolate, your drinks, your wine, whatever. You're sitting by the fire. Everything looks beautiful, peaceful. People are laughing, having a good time. But that is not a safe thing. Flip again. There we go. Yeah, this could be the one. So here we go. Yeah, so you both have the same feeling for each other. That's the thing. One of you does more research. One of you is more of a dreamer. That's the part of this that's fascinating. But you've already met them. This is them. This is them. Your doubt just brings the problem in. So straight up again. Here we go. Yeah. So that's the part of you guys, when you back away and you go into silence or quiet, what do you do with that? Does that make you feel uncomfortable, or make you feel like, I need more of this? I need more of my, no one's going to smother me energy. You know what I'm saying? When you get married, or when you partner up, or when you put the ring on the finger, what does that look like to you? And you don't have to say anything. You can put it in chat if you want. I'm not on chat this moment, but what I'm telling you guys is when you put that in there, when the ring is on the finger and you're married, what does that look like? Is that every day, every minute of your life together? Or is that you still exploring life, saying, hey, I want to go on a trip alone? Awesome. Like, I would love that. I would love that for my partner. I would say, that's amazing. I'd say, that's so fantastic. See? And there's your wedding. Look at, and there's your next card. So this is you. Like, this is you. It's okay to retreat. It's okay to take some time, but vocalize it. Say, hey, I'm going to take some time. You don't have to tell them what you're doing. The mystery is kind of sexy, right? What are you doing in your off hours? Tell me. I'm a little curious. And see? And I think maybe this is a get back together energy. I don't know if you guys have broken up. I feel like there's definitely some kind of like fixing of something, or evolving is a better way to put it. Because you guys are right there. You're getting to know each other. You're giving a relationship. You're not trying to name it, label it, put anything out there. That's beautiful. Yeah. And so from their perspective, they're not looking at the challenges. They're looking at the positives. They're going at this in a very nice, easy way. It looks challenging from the outside, from someone looking at it, but climbing a mountain is goddamn challenging. But for that person who's climbed, Mount Everest 6 times, is this little mountain a challenge? No. It's like going to get milk. It's like, damn, bro, can I go along? And that's what's happening here, is where the codependency is like, show me. I need that energy. I need your energy to help me. Yeah. And so maybe there's a lie going on here. Maybe there's something more, because if we're looking to wedding down here, somebody's hiding feelings. The depth of their feelings. That's what I usually get out of this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This new love. I think the challenges of new love. Maybe there's a challenge of new love coming in, or somebody coming in to break this up. And that's the feeling. Oh, God, someone's going to break this up. Is that really happening? Is that really what you feel? Is that your negativity, your doubt, your worry coming in, saying someone's going to take this away? No, and no. So look. Because when they're in isolation, are they talking to somebody else? Are they talking to somebody else? That's the challenge. Because there's a deception. It feels like there's somebody hiding. The deception, this new love. I don't know if there is. I don't think it is. Yeah. I think this is like, maybe you're the obsession. If we're getting wedding and reconciliation, I think they might be in their downtime thinking about you. And you're like, oh, so they're not hanging with somebody else? And it's like, no. See? So they're hiding how much they care about you. This isolation, they hold back how much they obsess. And there's some key to the fact that saying this could be even a house, like home, challenges. Because I'll show you why I have this really strong conviction on what they feel. Because Someone's doing what to you? They're being deceptive. Being deceptive. Yeah. It's not, it feels dishonest, but in a good way. It's like there's challenges, so they don't want to get into it. It's almost like self-challenges. How was someone raised? How was Erica raised? What was their home like? Was it the same as yours? And it shouldn't be, obviously. But Kaiser, what was that like? What does that look like for somebody? You don't compare your relationships. You combine them. That's the difference. Oh, you had this. Well, I had that. It's not one up. We don't one up anybody. We hug each other and say, "Hey, that's all. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing." And that's something I really do with somebody when someone opens up like that. And I had a girlfriend years ago, and so she had started opening up way deep about a lot of stuff. And I don't want to put her on blast out here, but she did. And I know that this was really tough for her. And the next morning, I just texted her. I said, "Hey, thank you very much for sharing with me last night." That's all I said to her. And it was a game changer in a lot of ways, because a lot of people took advantage of the bad parts of people, right? They take advantage, like, "Oh, that's the weakness. That's the Achilles heel. I can knock you out right now with this, but I won't." What is another one? And they look for those weaknesses instead of looking for the strengths in each other. Look for the strengths in the relationship and boost those. But don't try to contain them. Don't try to own them. They won't own you. You won't own them. And that's when marriage starts to set in, really. Yeah. That's why I say friends first, because what happens later on in life is you become friends. You learn to be friends. You learn to grow. Love never goes away, but you can build from a friendship. Starting from passion or a one-night stand is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's like, wow, let's be married now. It's like, really? We don't even know each other. But friendship, it starts from this powerful base. And the longer you've been friends, the bigger the base, right? This the concrete. That's why I love reading the tarot, because those 3 cards at the base here, that's your foundation. Think about concrete being poured. It tells me if there's a problem in the relationship with you, them, everybody. Kaiser, thank you for sharing. Really. I love that. And they truly think and feel about you. There's love, and there's marriage, and there's hope, and there's question, and there's like, I don't want to go too fast, too quick. That's definitely what we're getting out of this. All right. I'm gonna grab Miss K, because we read from Rana, I think yesterday, right? Cindy and Human. So let me grab Miss K. If you're in here, Miss K, I'll read for you. And what was the question? Hold on, I didn't even read the question. The other day I met my Taurus coworker. Great. As I was leaving, I hugged him and I gave him a kiss on the cheek. I surprised myself. How is he feeling at this time? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? He hates you. He hates you. How dare you put your lips on me? He loves you. I'm just reading your message here, Kaiser. Let me see here, Kaiser. Awesome. I don't try to one up anyone. Perfect. I love that. High five. I see it as you make it, right? I make it. If I do great, we both, yes. Amazing. Yeah, of course you're going to get, see, this is why wedding's up on your side. If I'm doing bad, I try not to but this is the difference. See, wrong. See, express that bad. Say, "Hey, I've had a bad day. Can I talk to you? This is what's going down." Don't try to hide it. Share the good with the bad. Think about when people get married. What is it? For better or what? Is it not better and better? Better and betterer? Better and betterment? No, it's better or worse. So you're practicing being together long term when you share the worst and say, "Hey, can I talk to you?" Not go in bitching. "Hey, can I tell you something?" No, that's like, whoa, easy there, partner. Put your 6-shooter away. But Kaiser, yes, yes, and yes. It's a good relationship, I can tell you. Very good. So what I'll do for you, I actually do this. I'm going to do divine deck and pull. Look, this is evolution of the spirit, of the soul. Yes, you're on the right path. You're doing amazing. Let them just grow. Let them just build. Let them be. That's kind of how it is. You have to allow each other to meet each other's speed. You're not racing. But you said that yourself. We're not one-upping. Aha, I got to the green light first. It's like, okay. What does that matter? But like you said, how can I help you get to the green light with me? How wonderful. How satisfying is that, right? Having someone come to the green light with you. Thank you guys for being here. And if you're looking for a reading, jump in the queue. I'm just kind of doing some stuff on the side here and we're getting deep. But yeah, we have Miss K queued up. And I don't think I read for you, Emma, yesterday. I think I missed this. I think you didn't get a reading, so I'm gonna grab you. And so either you or Miss K to get started. Does N have feelings towards me? I met him at work. Right? So do you want romance or do you want the... And the romance can be pretty rough. It can be really raw. The tarot cards, I can deliver it a little bit softer. But it's up to you. Do you want the romance deck or do you want me to pull some tarot cards? We're just enjoying the moment. How you guys doing? Welcome for being for being here. I love you guys for being here. Actually, this is fun. And if you could do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, share the channel, and be sure to jump on to Ethereal's channel. Right? They're doing their own little gig here, and it's fun. I went over there and read for them. I went over. We did a couple weeks ago. So we'll have to schedule that again. Have me do a visit. That was really, really fun. But anyway, let's do this. So, and I actually got a setup that I can do something for that. And you want romance, huh, Emma? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll pull for you first. So what I do is I do 6 and 6. Eventually, I'll probably dial this down if I keep this in here. If I keep this in the rotation, which I think many of you guys love this. You guys love this. Ooh. Is it safe for you to love? I would love to flip this, but it's like, it is safe for you to love. It's almost like you don't feel like it's safe for you to love. You're questioning, is it okay? Wow. Rock solid. That's what this is. You guys have you're already desiring each other. It's past life energy. That's what's so cool about this. But you're like, why am I so attracted to them? Why do they feel right? Why do they just lock in? Why are they the corner puzzle piece to my story? That's what feels so good. And you're not trying to narrate it, but what's happening is it's starting to play out. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to express your I love you, right? To end, you can just say, hey, I've loved you forever. That would be really powerful, right? And then what happens? If you say, I loved you, I've always loved you, that goes, whoa. And even if they feel that way, they're going to say, because it puts the system in shock. So why don't you instead talk to them, have a conversation? Not try to label it yet, not try to give it anything. See? Trust the fact that the universe put you together. It has. The universe never says no. Do you guys know that? The universe will never tell you no. Think about that person you're thinking about. But what it will do is it will either tell you one of two things. You have to wait, you have to get realigned, or there's a better person coming of that same feel model. That's all it is. See? Love yourself first. Get into that energy where you're caring about what you are. You know it's a yes. It's a yes. But the question is, what more do you want to do with this? If I told you they were into you, they loved you, they always thought of you, and they never could think anything else, right? It becomes a little overwhelming. However, Emma, they are into you, and they do have this feeling. You have the feelings for them. This is going to be their deck in a second. So we're going to see what comes out. Last card here. So as always, we keep going back to this family. And this could be even having current family. So think about what the end goal is with this person. What is your end goal? You don't have to say it in chat, but you're more than welcome to add it in there. But what is your end goal? Yeah. So that end goal is one of those things of be their friend, be there for them. What is this? Because you guys have feelings for each other, and that's why we're getting this first card here. We're saying, hey, is it safe for you to love? And you know it's not safe to go, hey, I love you. Kiss me, no, like, see? And so they're like, well, I'm with somebody, or this kind of a questionable situation where they're at, and they really know that this is this what they figured to be romantic connection isn't the same as what they're feeling with you. To be very blunt with you, you came in and went, hey, universe sent me in to kind of test you. How you doing? And that's kind of what happens. The universe throws these curveballs in there. And they're not worried about it. They're not like sitting there questioning, I can't go to work. And if anything, they're going to lean more into it. You're going to lean more into it. You're going to see how far you can get close to the fire before you burn yourselves. See? Because I think they think about you, they miss you, and then that's the difference. This is the moment, because once you guys aren't working together, do you guys talk? Do you guys snap? What do you guys do? Do you guys send any messages? I don't think you do. I think it's like that's why there's this moment you guys disconnect. The doubt sets in on both sides because they're with somebody else, or at least it feels like there's somebody else here on this side of things, because there's kind of like a challenge or an uncertainty to kick that off, but they miss you and they're like, I don't see this working anytime soon. I'm already locked up. So they're going to hide how they feel. They're not going to tell you, hey, I'm into you. They're not going to look at you and say, I love that on you. They're not going to tell you, because if they lean too much into this, it becomes a sticky situation. But there is feelings between the both of you because of past life energy. Yeah, and then there it is, family issues. I really believe, I'm going to tell you, there's something the universe is saying. You're looking at them as past life partner, past life spouse. They're saying, maybe I want to marry you instead in this life. And I think that's a question they're really asking. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to go from the communication deck for both you guys. Emperor mode. So they're really holding ground, not telling you, but protecting you in a really wonderful way. They're protecting this relationship because they know that there's challenges here, and they're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to let you express and be who you are. So this is, and this could be even their parents or family related to them saying they wouldn't support this coming down. Or somebody could say, hey, I'm locking this in, but this is angelically gifted. The angelic emperor in this format is telling me it's coming top down. So it's basically saying, I want to get to this place. You guys aren't at the same level yet. There's a lot of confusion, and it's on their part, to be fair. It's really on their side. They seem more confused than you do. And I think that's what it comes down to, is they know what they want, but they don't know how to get to that final outcome. But you definitely have feelings. There's feelings between both of you. You're not asking because you don't know. You're asking, what do I do with this? And so there's definitely this family thing. And I wonder if it's, do you guys see each other married? Do they see you married? I think that's what it comes down to. And they're saying, where does this go? And when we move into this long-term commitment, I always say marriage, but it could just be long-term commitment, right? Just being together. Because there's been people out there, even, I'm trying to think, there's been, oh my God, actresses and actresses, they just lived together, never got married, kept names and all that. And that's part of it too. And that could be part of it. Maybe just building the relationship from this point and seeing what feels right. Don't force anything. Because they have feelings for you, what they're going to hide. I'm sorry to tell you, they're going to hide it. And that doesn't mean ramp up your side to try to make them show it more. Because you can't bring them along. They have to come along on their own. Yeah, you definitely have strong. You're like, this is possibility. This is not a no. What this is a not now. And that's what this is telling you. You know it, I know it. Yeah. And that's why I said that in the beginning. It's not a no. It's not a new person either. It's a not now. But if you can sit there and be stable by their side and say, I'm always here, because that is it. Because they want you, they understand, they see something in you that they've been looking for in other people. And there's something there, I'm telling you. But they feel like this is real, just so you know. All right. So the answer to you is yes. How a long-winded yes. All right. What about Miss K? Miss K popped back in here, and Miss K out. Miss K checked out. And who else we got here? It's Human. We have Cindy. We have Rana. I'm gonna get some iced tea actually before I start, because I get way into this. That was what happened yesterday. I was like, just firing them off. Especially when I put this in there and I give you guys that extra choice. It feels more. I love to give choice, if that makes sense, because it makes you. It lets you see in another way and say, "Wow, yeah, you're right." And I can pull it through here or here, but to me, it's the same message that I'm getting ahead of the polls. All right. Miss K, let's read for you. The other day, I met my Taurus coworker. As I was leaving, I hugged him and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Very sweet, by the way. I surprised myself. How is he feeling at this time? He said, gross. He says, gross. Do you want the romance deck or do you want tarot deck? He said, gross. Girls are gross. Mm-hmm. So, in a little bit, probably about 10 minutes or so, I'll tell you guys the story of the dream. I'll give you the condensed version of my dream. And I think some of you will find it fascinating. The fact that I kept falling back asleep and I was able to lock myself into the same place, like continue. It was like I hit pause. Like, you know how you get up, get a drink, go back and unpause and move. It was like that. That's how I know this was a deep spiritual dream. It was connecting my higher self to my basically my psyche. I think they call it Mundi. I think it's something like that. All right. Interesting. Tarot deck. I'll tell you what. Pick a deck. Any deck you want. Miss K. If you're feeling tarot deck now, I'm really curious to see what you want. I love the curveball. How's everyone doing on this Sunday? Anything good going on? Anything? Actually, you know what I should do? I should switch over to laundry while I'm hanging out here, get myself set up. Stay on top of laundry. Actually, I'll do this after you read, Miss K. I love the smell of laundry. Tell me you guys don't, right? Fresh laundry being done. That's one of the things I like to do when I'm here. Yeah. Yes or no? Isn't that fun? Elsie Wells. Who is coming in? All right, Miss K, first card jumps right out. We're here. Look at, wow. Yeah, this is a strength card. This is partnership. This is Gemini energy meets strength energy meets King of Wands, passion, bold, creative. This is like a really big, deep card. Happiness, right? There's your mountain. You're about to go on a journey. You're about to travel. You're about to take this challenge. You're saying, am I ready? This is not about them. You're saying, am I ready? That's what you keep asking. Am I ready? Yes, you're ready. They're holding back, waiting and hoping that you're going to open up to whatever this is. That's what this is. I feel more to this. Yeah, see, it's get back together. Did you guys have a near start at one point? Akashically, it feels like this is like, hey, you had a miss and then you got back together. Like you almost dated once before, it feels like. It's having me clean up the lines here. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is much better than you ever anticipated. I think you anticipate success, but you don't anticipate the divine success. The little birdie's been telling you, this is good to go. Amazing. Yeah, this is awesome. The kiss on the cheek, you're holding back way more. You're like, I'm holding back. You think about them or they think about you. You think about what are they doing? Flightiness. Yeah. Dark Horse candidate, T-Stain Tarot, it almost like resets you. It brings you back to that hermit energy, the deep thinker. Knight of Pentacles is the most patient of cards, right? This person's very patient with you. That's the part of them that you're finding so fascinating. So you're not asking if they like it. You're asking, are they going to remain patient? Are they waiting for me? Are they waiting for me to catch up? And that's what this is. Yeah, look at this, guys. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, they're absolutely waiting. This is like Empress energy. This is like you would just handed the wand. You both feel the wand, the Ace of Wand. Now you're at the Two of Wands saying, I have you, but I have some past or there's some energy here, like my creation process. This is taking a step out there. There's two houses out here. There's water. This is the beginning. And go watch the video on the wands. I'm going to probably finish them up either today or tomorrow. I got to do some work on it. But you'll see the entire wands process, which is important for you to understand because that's your story. That's your story with this Taurus. Yeah, card just jumped. Oh, yeah. The universe is playing a wonderful part. There's the Gemini energy again. There's the Gemini lover energy. But it's more than that. It's the Pentacle energy. It's the Capricorn depth energy. Because we see the Gemini here, but we also see the devil in the details because there's travel in the background, right? There's two trips coming up with this person. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, how cool is that? This is amazing, really amazing for you because I think you're getting into this place where you're finding yourself enjoying this more and more and more, and you're like, I'm losing who I am. I'm losing who I am and finding it to be a partnership. There's no more Miss K. It's like it's both of you. This is really telling. Wow, no more regrets. Good job for you, really. Five of Cups, this is October 23rd to November 11th. This happens. This is actually happening because when you start putting energy out, they put it back towards you. And they're letting you build and feel and go and open up and say, I want this. I'm choosing you. How sexy is that? So Miss K, you're choosing this person saying they could have anybody they want, but when I choose them, they say, yep, that's what I want. And so they come at you. So they're not coming at anybody else. And so when they pick you back, it feels way satisfying instead of them just picking you and so you say, well, I have nobody else. And I know it sounds sad in that way, but you picking this fantastic, wonderful partner that you love and you are really into, that you can't stop thinking about and you're almost enamored with, right? And I'm going to use the word enamored, not love, because it's kind of spooky. But that moment that you get enamored with this is really opening up your eyes to what this could be. Because it's always been like temporary. This seems like long-term love. Yeah. friendship first. And we talk about the foundation, right? So we're building it foundation first. So there's so much room to grow on this emotions on the base. And I love this for you because we're talking about 8 cups already. And 8 cups is the hidden love, the infinity symbol, right? Put the 8 on its side. But the 8 of cups, when you put these two together, gives us Pisces, Knight of Cups, hidden moon energy. Also, Princess or Princess Charming right here in your emotions and intimacy. You want more intimacy with them. And they know you do, but they're basically, we're holding back. There's this gray area because you're not sure. See how these cards are reversed? This is really good for you. That you're destined to have money, by the way. This is a lot of money coming in. You're only seeing just the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of what this is, and you're going to find out very quickly that there's a lot of money to be had and a friendship that's also built in. That's what I see so quickly. I'll take these two. I'll take them. Brand new start. There it is. Queen of Wands, Empress energy. That's you, right? You're in hiding, but you haven't said, hey, I'm your Empress. I have past life. The universe has been talking to me about you. You haven't really gotten to that depth with them, right? You haven't gotten to that moment of saying, let's talk. Let's get into this Earth energy. You're grounding yourself because it could get out of control fast. There's Virgo energy. This is that Hermit energy, Knight of Pentacles. Princess or Prince Charming. That's what we have here. But we also have the Dark Horse candidate hiding down here. So we have Knight of Cups. We have, I want to tell you more. I want to get in your head. I want to get in my head. What are you thinking? What are they thinking right now? Is that what you do? Miss K, is that what you do a lot of? What are they thinking? I wonder what they're thinking. See? Yeah. The divine's already giving you up, by the way, saying, yeah, you're almost like analyzing what a message would mean. How would that go across? If I sent this, and then it leaves you in regret because you don't send the message. You go, ugh. Oh, there's 3 messages left unanswered. But really, reality is you're setting yourself up. You're the one, and this is reiterating, maybe there's an imbalance. Maybe there's a spiritual imbalance, but there's something here angelically gifted. You know that this is destined. You know that there's something right about this. There's something that checks all those boxes. And more than that, there's other people that are trying to take you out because they want them too. And you see it, and you're not afraid to say, I see this. It makes me feel weird, but I am worth it. I'm definitely worth it. So what we're doing here is we're moving from that get back together, it almost happened, to this is happening. And this is long term. Let's keep pulling for you for a second. Yeah, you're like, this is your guy. This is your guy. Like people, you're like, get away. This is air sign energy. Maybe this air sign, it could be Aquarius, could be Gemini, could be Libra. But the 5 of Swords is usually Aquarian energy, and it comes in with that like Aquarian truth teller. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Yeah, it's the notifications. Like you're getting messages. See, I said 3 or 4, right? Messages. That maybe there's something that was left unsaid. I honestly feel like, and maybe this is what's going on, you guys don't text a lot outside of work, and that's what's fascinating, because there's this notification. There's something to that. Why don't you text? You just think about texting, and they're a deep person. I think once you get in there, you're gonna get lost in who you are. In a good way. Scorpio energy death card, that's the Knight of Cups, right? That's October 23rd to November 22nd. This is you. You're getting into that major shift too. By Scorpio season, you're with them. You're dating. Welcome to your boyfriend kind of thing. Why do you feel so... Why is there pain here, though? It's almost like, whoops, like it should have happened earlier. Yeah, it should have happened earlier. Do you get in your head a lot about this? You must. You absolutely must. God damn you. Gemini lover energy again. I'm telling you, it's air sign. It's Gemini or Aquarius energy. But there's definitely something in here saying you're in your head about this way too much. This person, did they push you away when you kissed them on the cheek? Did they say, God damn it, this is gross? You know, did they kick you? No, they let you evolve and become this person who was like, I don't know what to say, I'm afraid, and now you're doing this. That's beautiful. You're becoming the person that you want to be, not the one who sits there and says, I should have said something. Why didn't I talk about that? And that's what the universe is doing, is it's teaching you to be more you. Yeah. And then as you do this, you get, I want to say more. There's more I'm going to say. Study your love. And this could be money too, right? You're maybe learning money, or there's money being learned, because this depth is unfathomable. It's right here. It's the travels coming in. One trip's already on the works, and there's another one the universe is saying, I'm going to make this other one happen. Just so you know, there's 2 trips happening, but one is going to be on their accord. They're already thinking about bringing you on this trip, just so you know. Look at the money. I feel like it's like there's almost like their stability is your moment to shine and say, oh, I can come out of my shell and show you who I am without worry. Yeah. You've been heartbroken so many times. And so they're showing you this is not like those relationships. Don't compare this. Like they're saying, don't compare me to them. As I say to other people, it's like this reminds me of like the boys in the street playing baseball, and this person's building highways. You know, it's like not the same. It's very different. They're like, want to come to my mom's house, or do you want to come to my? This person's like, do you want to come to our house? He's talking to you. That's what he's thinking. That's his mentality towards you. Very different, right? It's boys and men. It's a very different mentality. So I'm gonna I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna pull you 11. Life path 22, yeah, and then life path 33. So they're here. This is a Taurus energy right here. They're at that, like, they're looking at the future, the long-term future. They're looking at the solar output saying they're there. There's a couple houses, their home, there's money, there's growth. This is not stopping. This is where the money comes in, is from them. That Knight of Pentacles, that patient knight ends up becoming a king. You know that I know that. Yeah. Look at this. Fast moving action. I'm telling you, get ready. November 23rd, right? That Scorpio season setting you guys up for stability long term. You deserve this. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for the, hey babe, what do you want for dinner? And that's not you asking, that's them asking. They're cooking dinner for you. They just want you to hang out and cook dinner with them. I see this amazing thing happening. And there could be a child here. This is the regret. You're worried about this regret. Look at, because there's a child sitting right here. And there's a child right there hiding. I don't want to make a big deal, but that's where they're at. They're looking long term with you. This is not like, hey, how can I use Miss K? Not in any way, shape, or form. Getting back together. Does that make sense? The getting back together, or the almost dated them once feeling, like you had a near miss or a near kiss is a better way to put it. I think you had a near kiss at one point. Maybe they almost kissed you. So if you're asking how that cheek kiss went, good job. I'm very proud of you, by the way. I'm very, very proud of you. Seriously. You're stepping way outside your comfort zone. You're living in the uncomfortable, as I call it, and that's what you need to do. Who wants to live at the base lodge? Do you want to live at the summit, at the mansion at the top of the mountain, or do you want to live at the base lodge where everyone's just having a good time? How is he feeling at this time? He says it's gross. Girls are gross. It makes sense that he said girls are gross. That's funny. I'm just teasing you. Yeah, so I dialed the audio back just a little bit. If you guys are having a hard time hearing me, let me know. Hello, Kelsey Wells. Thank you. Outside your comfort zone. Go. Get outside that comfort zone. That's where all those fun things are. That's where you get the tattoo on the neck, you start riding the motorcycle to work. It's like, geez, Miss K, you're all right? I'm fine. Where's my leather coat? No, but really enjoy that moment. Because this person, if it's not them, how are you going to get to that uncomfortable zone? Because they're like, let's do it, baby. They're loving you doing it. It's adorable to them. The kiss on the cheek is adorable. But they're picturing wall kissing you. You're like, oh, want a kiss on the cheek? They're like, yeah. Next time, wall kiss. I'm going to wall kiss you. And you're going to be like, where's my breath? And they'll just walk out of the room. Wall kiss, walk out of the room kind of thing. Sexy, right? That's where they're at with you. Like, they're already looking at you as Mrs. Just so you know. In their mind, they see you as Mrs. This is not a girl they're dating. This is a woman they're going to marry. Kelsey Wells, what's coming into me? Let's take a look. Let's stay on the tarot deck for a minute. Thank you, Miss K. Comfort zone. Comfort zone be damned, everybody. I used to live in the comfort zone. I did. And that's why I'm done. At the end of this year, I'm done teaching. I'm taking this full, I'm not going to want for anything anyway. Wink, wink, XRP, everybody. Wink, wink, ISO 20022. Wink, wink. But it's more than that. It's more than all of that. Any investment I've ever made, I've only lost money on a couple investments. Every time you put money in it, it just becomes more money. It just is. It's just the way the system works. Even if it's down. When it dropped the other day, you have no idea how many of my friends were like, I'm trying to buy. I'm like, oh my, it was locking them out. I'm telling you, this is a different market where the whole financial markets are shifting. So if you guys are looking to get into something, I can tell you from what I can tell, my guides are telling me everything I'm looking at, and I cannot give you the straight financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy it. But XRP is the liquidity of the future. They're not trading US dollars. They're not trading gold. They're going to work in this digital currency. It's something different. I'm telling you guys. So, Miss K, amazing energy. Really. Keep doing your thing. Yeah. And then when you get wall kissed, you're not going to know it's coming. You're going to be like, I want to know. I'm so ready. And no, you're not. You won't be ready. You won't be ready. You'll think you're ready. And it's going to happen. It's going to bang. It's going to take you off your feet. And you're going to buckle. Your knees will buckle. And you're like, I've been wanting this for so long. And it's just, it's almost like your souls take a moment to align. It's sexy. It's, hey, mommy, right? All right. How you guys doing? Thank you guys. As always, thank you, Brenduska. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you haven't done so, make sure you're following Ethereal. They got their own channel going. And eventually, I know what's going to happen. Ethereal is going to move up and on because they're going to hit the 1,000 subscribers, 1,500, and then it's just going to boom. It's going to take off. I'm very proud of them. We are all proud of Ethereal. You're seeing the real Ethereal when they're out there doing that, right? And that's the part of them we love. That's the part of that's so genuine. So you're seeing the real person. You're like, that's them. That's them. There's no pretending. They're just existing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here, and that's why when I get out here, I try to be who I am, as genuine as I can be. Try not to give up too much information, but Kelsey wants to know, may I know who is coming in towards me? All right, let's take a look. I'm going to do a quick waterfall read for you. I was struggling to do 3, but yeah, look at this. Wow. Divinely gifted. You can't see it, but in that shine right there is a baby. At least one child is due to come in. That's what strength energy. This is the same kind of thing. We're getting that same strength, divine energy, but it's coming in with that, like somebody's holding back. Maybe you're holding back. Could be Leo. Knight of Cups. Could be Pisces energy. Could be Moon energy. Knight of Cups. Could be a princess or Prince Charming. Something to sweep you off your feet. You know, you're just sitting there and then flowers show up one day. No card, no name, no nothing, but you know. And that could be what this person's going to do for you, because they're going to bring in something completely different than you've ever expected. Because you're telling the universe, I'm not doing the same. I'm not dating the same. You're not demanding it. You're not fighting it. You're not going out there screaming about it. You're embodying that moment of what you want. You're saying, this is what it is. This could be a coworker, could be someone at co-work. It could be a line from a coworker situation as well. Could be working on it, but that's usually study, school, work. It's some kind of like working together, right? Get to work. Where's my pentacle? But that's what it is. Relationship change. I really believe this person is, I hate saying this, but with this alignment of these 3 cards being backwards, that's a wish granted, right? That's the sun, which illuminates everything. They're not reversed. They're being handed down, top down. This is a godsend. This kind of energy is like, I love this. Please don't end. And that's what this is you're worried about it. There's almost like one eye is watching you. Somebody's watching you. Deep depth energy. King of Cups, Scorpio energy, Scorpio season, October 23rd. This could be even a Scorpio. They could have water in their chart. Really have water in their chart. This is Scorpio right here. Relationship change, Scorpio energy. There's some base energy. This is it's Virgo, deep thinker. Maybe they kind of get into their own place. They're not looking to rattle your cage. Yeah, see? 5 of Cups, water energy again. Interesting. Scorpio. Major change, major shift, 4 of Cups, water energy. I think you're waiting for this to happen. Instead, this is just happening. How fascinating, Kelsey. This person's coming in. I feel like it's a water sign, fast-moving energy, or they have water in their chart, or they move with the depth of the water, right? The nurturing, the depth of let me ask you a question. You know, that kind of thing. And there it is. There's a Cancer depth energy. So they could have water in their chart, and they could have some deep energy that's feeling you, or you're feeling them. That's what I see. But there's almost like this holding back, this push and pull. It's a tension that builds on purpose. It says, hey, no, you're gonna do this on purpose. Don't come right at me and give me a list of everything. Let's figure it out together, like through this mystery. kind of like a love story, right? Like those romantic novels, those erotic novels even. But the truth is, getting into that energy is finding out how you can hold yourself back during a manifestation, during a wish granted, during a falling in love moment. They're coming in. This is happening. Gemini lover energy. Feel like it's water. They have significant water in their chart, or they're full with water. They have that depth that you're looking for, you're craving, and they're a life lesson. Are you deserving of this? Yes, you are. Absolutely. That's the question you need to ask yourself. It's the 2 pillars of existence for you. 2 keys, 2 opportunities, 2 homes, baby. So it's becoming vulnerable. They have to become more vulnerable, I think, is the thing. Because you can see, look at 1, 2, 3. I'll show you what's up here. How fascinating. So there could be a child actually coming in here with this person this long term. I've been picking up a lot of that lately too. That's actually funny. But ancient energy. So this person is not just anybody. This person's somebody that when you start talking to them, it's almost like you lose your breath for a moment, or you start giggling or laughing or playing with your hair even. You know, that like it's nervous energy, but it's a good energy. It's almost like how do you self-soothe? What is it you do? Fidget, you grab a pen. But when they're around you, you'll know when these things are happening that this is the right person, because you're self-soothing. And it's a real subconscious way of saying, I really like them. I don't know how to deal with this, but I like them. And that self-soothing is powerful because it's teaching you to be aware of what you're doing, be aware of your emotions, and take ownership of them. Lean into them. And as we say, go into that uncomfortable place. Say, why am I feeling this way? What would happen if I said the thing that was in my head, right? And most of the time people are like, no, you fall in love. you have a baby, you have children. When you can get raw honesty and be like, hey, how does this look on me? Do you want the truth? You're beautiful, but that's not for you. That's a wonderful way to look at it, right? That kind of, and you have to give that brutal truth, honesty, and say, you expect the truth out of me. Because when the truth comes out of me, then nothing else will be a lie. And that's the honesty that you expect. And most people say, oh, yeah, I'm on. I never lie. And then 6 months later, guess what? They're lying to you, cheating on you. So you have to look at it in a different relationship. Say, universe, this is what I'm expecting. And don't hold it against them. They haven't evolved to that place. Maybe they haven't gotten to their truthful place yet. And you're saying, hey, let's try something. You know, be honest with me. Be truthful. As hard as it is for you, be truthful. And when I tell some people who have a really hard time talking, or they have that communication barrier, use one secret word, one code word that says, hey, I'm not lying. This is truth. I can't say anymore, but trust me. So you say something, you know, to the effect that I care about you. And they go, and just say, and just that whatever the secret word is. It could be broccoli. It could be something simple, but it throws the vibration off. It throws the anxiety off for a second, because like, I really love you. And they broccoli, we'll talk about it. I care about you. I want you to know. It's like a kiss on the forehead and walk away. It's letting you exist in that energy and be uncomfortable until you can be comfortable. How fascinating would that be? Yes, and yes. All right, guys, how are you doing? Welcome for being here. I love that you guys are here. I love what we're building this up. This community is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single day. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to go as live as I'd like, because been in the classroom and teaching, and that part's not unfortunate. That part's just what it is. So as I evolve beyond doing that, and I know I'm taking at least a minimum of a year off, but I don't believe I'll go back. I don't think I'll ever have to go back. But that's fascinating to me. I love taking that. I love living. That's me living in the uncomfortable. That's me saying, I'm going to take this leap, as I did before. And then my dream that I had, I was going to tell you guys about, I was at this lodge, and this was a base camp lodge. And so it was kind of like, think about this really fancy, like you can buy expensive things. Think about Aspen, Colorado, right? And so you're there and you're walking around, there's all these people. And I kind of knew some of these people. And I ran into this guy who was a lawyer. I was talking to him. We talked about some stuff. And I left, and I went and I met, and there was a couple people that were there. I didn't interact with them, but they were like, they had like they were exes or people like that, or friends or people. And I kept getting a text, because I was supposed to go into work, and I used to work at EMC, which is now Dell. And they were like, you're supposed to come in. And when I took my first leap, when I left base camp, it was a reminder in the dream. I just quit. I said I quit. I was there 10 years. I said I quit, and I jumped into teaching. And I didn't find a teaching job right away, because no one's like, I don't want a tech guy. Like, they don't want a tech guy teaching kids. I said, okay. So I had to make that ascent. And as I went, I climbed the mountain in my dream, and I went back up. There's a first plateau, And it's not base camp. It's not base camp 1. It's like right before the second base camp, or the next base camp. So you have the plateau, you go up, and I had to climb up. There was frozen bodies up there, just sitting there on this plateau, and they froze. Like, think about when you were about to do something. Like, I'm about to tell him I love him, and stop, and everything falls apart. Or I want to tell him the truth, and then that's where it just lives. It lives on the mountain in these cards. And I walked right by all of that, and I was like, I kind of walked over the snow, and I just said whatever, and I kept going. It was like I terrained it super easy, and it was snowing, everything was crazy, and I got up to the top, and at the top there was a chateau. There was this beautiful, unbelievable mansion up at the top, and there's people visiting. My closest inner circle were there. And as I got into the chateau, I remembered I had stuff that I needed back down, and so there was a way to get quickly back down, and I had to go on the outside, but it was like a slide. How fun, right? But as I got back down, I realized I didn't need to be down there anymore. Like, what I was going down there for wasn't for me. It was for other people, and I was going back down there to almost make people feel good. Think about when you're kind of appeasing people. Hey, how come you haven't? Where is this? What is that? How come? Blah, 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 blah. And that control energy that lives there. So when you go into the seclusion and you go into your own place and you go into your own happiness and you find what makes yourself happy, you take those people with you on the ascent and say, hey, I'm about to climb the mountain. You coming? You in? And that's what was happening. That's the part of me that was in the dream. And every time, this is what's more fascinating. Because I have these mantras, I have these affirmations that I use every night. I've been using for at least a year or two. I kind of locked them in, but they work. And the other thing is, as I was there, I was talking to people, and some of you guys were there, I believe it or not, and their representation of what you would be there. And that's what it was. It was the energy and what we read, how we get there. And this was a living manifestation in my dream. And as I fell asleep and I woke up, and I would go back to sleep, I would just continue where I was standing. It was almost like I was in pause. And I wasn't trying to continue. I wasn't like, oh, please let this. No, I just went back. I said that whatever happens, happens. I went with the flow. And it gave me a lot of hidden messages about my own life, my psyche, my future, beyond the cards that I can't talk about here right now. But it's so amazing to see, because it locked in a confirmation for me that is undeniably been true for a long time. Absolutely been true. Think about me getting to 100,000 so quickly, right? That part of that, like that part where you're like, whoa, Cosmic, you're crushing it. That part of me, which I knew that was happening. It's not ego. It's us connecting, bringing parts of ourselves to this stage, as it would be, and saying that the base camp, right? Saying, hey, how are you? And meeting each other. And what happens is at that place, we find things. We find little nuggets of information, little pieces of something. And you all visit this base camp for a reason. But in a way, it's like when I leave and I do my own thing, I do my own work. And that's where you see Cosmic's Codex. It's like a message from the top. It's fun. It's fun in that respect to think about it, because when I go quiet, I go deep. And I tell my friends, and I was talking to Frank about this, my best friend. I said, I'll deep dive. And he goes, oh man, like he knows when I'm deep diving, like that stuff is fact. Like he knows it comes in as soon as I go deep dive. And it's like, imagine me reading myself at a 100x power, but no cards, just sitting and just being in the moment and just taking the message. It's really it's powerful and fascinating. It's not something I'd ever do for anybody, but when I deep dive, I go into that place where I can just see what the future is. I can absolutely see what's coming, and that's the thing I haven't told people in a long time. And it's prophetic, but I see stuff. And people are like, wait, weren't you talking about this? I go, a little bit, yeah. And I just don't tell them much more. And I walk away, because it's this stuff that I see coming. Like Ukraine beating Russia. Super example. That was one thing I picked up way long ago. And I even picked up on the Bitcoin crash years back. I was showing Frank. I said, watch, I'll show you. I pulled cards. And it was like within a couple of weeks, bang, it dropped. And I said, I'm not trying to make money out of this. I could have made millions. But I said, what I'm trying to do is understand what this is, because I knew that the money's a construct. You can make money. Think about it. You can make money anyway. I'll clean houses. I'll do this. And I never put myself, I'll clean someone's house for money. Give me $50. I'll buy myself some crypto. I look at taking that money and rolling it in. But my point is, the dream, as I kept falling back asleep, I would do the same mantras and lock in and just breathe and meditate. And I woke up like 3 or 4 times last night. Different reasons, right? I needed a drink, needed to let the cats in. And so then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then anyway, so the point is, and I woke up in the morning, I said, whoa, I have this huge memory of a dream that was pieced together in segments, episodes almost. It was episodic, and I immediately said, let me put this down in the journal. But what I'm telling you guys is you absolutely control your future. Your belief system controls your future. Think about getting on that roller coaster. Oh, I'm afraid. I could never go. I'm so afraid. But you're just afraid. That's it, just afraid? Yes, I'm afraid something could happen, but nobody gets hurt. But I'm afraid something could happen to just me. Like, you're bringing in that negative energy. When you think, I think the other way. Getting on the roller coaster could be amazingly fun. It's a choice. Do I want to go on the roller coaster or go somewhere else? And getting over those fears, getting over those worries is a big part of life. Life's a roller coaster. Do you choose to get on, or you just choose to walk around and watch other people on the roller coaster? Wow, look at how fun they're having so much fun. Oh man, and they get off and they enjoy life. How many of your friends have started a business or bought a brand new car, got their first house, or had children, or got married, and you're like, oh, I don't want to get on the roller coaster. That's scary. It's like, yes, it's scary, but it's scary fun. Ask them. They're going to say, get on the roller coaster. Every single one of them say, get on the goddamn roller coaster. Get on that roller coaster. Yeah, and that's what life is. That's what life's about. It's about exploring life. All right, let's keep going, guys. I appreciate you for being here. I thank you. I'm just doing some side work on the side here. That's what I'm doing while I'm chatting with you. Try to keep that up because you guys are going to distract me in a good way. Let's do this. I'm trying to get to people I haven't really got to read in a little bit and try to give you guys a chance. Gigi Lawley. My career in 1 year, will it be successful? Absolutely. Will it be successful? Will it be successful? Let's go to my guys next. Gigi. This is for everybody, guys. This is not just Gigi's reading. Where are you going to be in 1 year? Look at it like this. Let's not look at career. Where are you in 1 year from now? Envision yourself for just a minute. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes and just take that moment and say, where am I 1 year from today? Don't be afraid to see it. Don't be afraid to see failure. Don't be afraid to see success. The same. But that tells you, how do I pivot? How do I change? How do I have to change that trajectory so I get a little bit different, right? Think about the kid who was saved when they were like in 5th grade and then they become a doctor later on in life because that's the moment they said, hey, I need to do this, right? Yeah, because they said, wow, this is for me. And every year after that, they maintain that sense of, I have to, this is for me, I want this, that moment. So whatever it is, it's the trajectory saying, I'm getting into this place where I need to figure out what I want to do. Am I heading into success or am I heading into same? And that's kind of it is, right? Capricorn energy, lock it in. It's locked in, right? We're locked in at end of the year. And we do the New Year's resolutions all the time. Everyone does them, but that's the same thing as an affirmation. How many of you guys have successfully pulled off a New Year's resolution? Don't look negatively when I ask you that. Don't feel negatively. And I know that's the thing. That's what absolutely is the thing. We all go, oh, I failed. No, you didn't. You have to pivot. You have to change what happened, what didn't work. So some of you guys set the New Year's resolutions so difficultly, like you lock them way high, like way high. And I'll be married, have 2 kids. It's like, geez, in a couple months, right? Yeah, it's so funny. But your career is locked in. You set the foundation. You built this up. It's one of the most strongest foundations you can have. Look at the archways. You don't find this in other cards, right? They're different. This is a card it's a minor arcana with a very major arcana feel. It has the Akashic record. You're destined for this. This is the beginning of something. Emotionally, you know it. There's 3 people in here. Look at this. Look deeper into your life. Why would you come to this earth? It's not just for money. It's not just for career. That's going to come in. Money's going to be here. You'll see. Watch, I'll pull you 9. I'll show you. Money will be here, but it's going to be more than the money. It's going to be, what do you experience at these jobs? Yeah, see? Spiritual or logical? Do you want to go spiritual? You want to go logical? Because you can look at career. You just can't see the future, and that's why you say, I can't see the future. But you can. You absolutely can. Any of you feminines out there that dream, god damn, you're more dangerous than I am. Absolutely more dangerous. So when you dream, you see the future. You control the future. You have all the answers that you ever want. And if you watch what I'm doing here, I'm pulling cards. And I keep getting 2 out of my hand. Oh, there's 1. This is about being patient. Giving something. Did you have a failure in the past that you questioned? You weren't sure. Something in the past has pulled you back saying, what am I supposed to do in this career? What am I supposed to, did I miss something? No. No, and now we overanalyze a little bit. Yeah, the universe is like, I got your back. Money will never be a problem for you. I'm going to tell you, never be a problem. I'm going to reiterate, never, because you have savings and you have the infinity symbol at your. This is like owed to you. The best way I explain this, and this is not necessarily your story, but the one quick way to make you feel understanding into what this is like having this lifetime has gifted you money because you lost your fleet of ships in a last life and then you became broke and desolate, that kind of thing. In that moment you say, oh, it makes sense. It locks you into, I had a business. I had everything and I lost it all. That's the truth. And I had that happen in one of my lifetimes. See? Yeah, look, we're in the same place. And once you realize and you lock in, say, I'm destined. And I say, yes, you're destined. You just have to decide. You have logic choices. Do I apply to this job or do I spiritually want to? This feels right. I don't know why, but it feels good. That's when you start to find it yourself. Study or love. So you're in your lifetime, you're going to start to realize you're a beautiful white light living a human experience. You have this soul inside of you, right? Some of us call it star seeds. Some of us have this amazing energy. You're just here pretending to be a human. Like, that's the best part of this. And you're starting to wake up to that idea. Your career is set. Nobody tells you. That's what's so sexy about this. That's what's sexy about this whole thing is you lock in your success immediately. No one can take that from you. Devil in the details. Let's ask you an honest opinion. When you went to school, when you did tests, when you work on anything, do you overthink it or do you just not care? Look, there's your moon energy. Because you have figured it all out and you're just like, I want another aspect. Can you give me your perspective, please, Mr. Cosmic? And I'm telling you, money's never going to be a problem for you. It's not, this is amazing. This is like money glitch. Like, this is like, it's like going to the ATM and putting numbers in. It just gives you money. I've only known a couple people in life that do this, but you're learning how to manifest money, and it's wealth. It's not money. It's not like, oh, I can go buy. No, why do you need it? You're basically start working with the universe saying, how do I manifest? And you're starting to build that creation process through patience, stability, long term, looking at the universe's messages to you and realizing it's been talking to you. Yes, yes, and yes. But you're going to put some of that away and build. You'll be wealthy. When you're older, elderly, you'll be wealthy because you're putting it away, maybe even investing. That's usually what I look at this as, because you're patient. Yeah, see? You're patient in a good way. Have you heard? Have you seen? Have you? Shush, shush, shush. I'm successful. You're the one who doubts. Get the hell out. Yeah. Let's cross this. Yeah. See? And that's the thing, it's the patience. By December, we're going to see some major shifting here. By the end of the year, you're going to see some notification because your soul makes a shift. Say this to yourself as you're going to sleep here, right, Gigi? As you go to sleep at night, as you're going to sleep and you're probably on your phone way too much, right? Put the phone down. Say no. Punish yourself. Say no. Say, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to sit here and meditate. And close your eyes and don't say I can't go to sleep. Say I will go to sleep peacefully. Instead of say I can't, take the can't out and lock in the can. I am wealthy. I am wise, right? I sleep very well. Instead of having that, like, I'm always in pain, I always flip it, right? And that, watch how your life shifts very dramatically. Because it's like when I lock in, when I'm talking about this, when I lock in, I even tell the universe a number. I'm like 320 million. And that's the number I've always locked in. And I lock in that number. That's not just the end. That's like, oh, I'm done. No, that's like beginning. That's like the launch point for what I'm about to do. That's base camp 1. So what I'm telling you guys is, like, don't took it that, oh, wow, that's amazing. He's going to never work again. No, like, that's when you'll see the next evolution. Because that's where it heads. Because when we move on, when we get to these next places, it's the universe is trying to give you wealth. It's you refuse to accept that you have it or you have the ability to be successful. You are successful. Remember that you've been successful. You came to this earth. You chose. Your soul inside said, I'm here. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here to teach lessons. And that love that you've been giving to other people, that steady love, it's going to outlive any love that's loud and screaming. And so that when you come in with a calm, highest form of passion saying, this is who I am, and you realize that you're connecting to another soul, and those two souls at peace can face any storms. So all of a sudden, in the 3D, the universe starts throwing, hey, you have these reports too, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got this. I got you. You got me. What do you need? This isn't mine. I'll help you. What do you need? And that power struggle, that Batman and Robin, as I call it, right? That dynamic duo, whatever this is, when you find that soul, that one person you can lean into, and then we'll find more and more and more. And you say, because you're mastering not only your emotions, but you're mastering the way to protect your devotion to what you know to be successful in your own life for the rest of your life. So that stillness in between, that thing that you start overthinking, go, oh man, that's why you have the other person. Say, I'm overthinking this. Talk to me. And that's what Frank ends up doing to me. That's what we end up doing if I start overthinking anything. And we, him and I will banter and we'll get into arguments, and we love it. We absolutely love it. But we use that energy to slingshot each other, because what it is we're mastering the emotion, mastering the protection, the devotion, the energy, the stillness, because you know what you are, you know who you are, you know where you come from, you know what you're deserving of. I don't need to pull cards to show you that you have money and wealth. Let's forget about that. What is the thing you really want in this life? What is the thing you deserve in this life? Right? You're not trying to be an anchor. You're trying to be a harbor for what? For your dreams, right? So you just have to exist in that place saying, all these ships are going to start coming in. Oh, there's the wealth ship. There's my love ship. Hey, my babies are here. That's beautiful. Oh, my home's on that one. And they come in because you're saying, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to chase anything. Because what happens when you chase it? Something arrives. Oh, I wasn't there. I missed it. Right? That's the life lesson. Your career is here. Your career is going to be bigger and better. As I tell you, what do you want to do in your career? Where do you see yourself? Don't BS it. Don't lie. Close your eyes and say, ask yourself, where am I 1 year from today? Not just career, everything. Say, show me. Higher self, just show me. Close your visions, everything else, just relax, peaceful moment, and say, show me. And you'll get it. You'll see a vision of yourself. Maybe it might be a quick, like maybe a peripheral of something. But when you really start practicing that, you'll see it. You'll get, it's like farsight is what I call it. You don't own a soul, you accompany it. And that's when you start seeing these other souls. And then there's NPCs. Hey, I love you. You're the best. No, you don't. You don't even know my name. You don't even know who I am. You know nothing about me. That's the people. Like even me for my coworkers, right? My people at work. They're just coworkers. I'm not saying I'll disrespect them or hate them or whatever. No. But those other other teachers that are in the building, I'm friends with a couple, but I'm not friends with everybody. And I actually me and a fourth grader were kidding about this the other day. And because I said, you guys are going to move seats. And they're like, I'm not friends with them. I go, you have to be friends with everybody. And they know, and I know. No, you don't. We all know that. And so we had this, it was a funny joking conversation with the class, but we had that long conversation about why we're not friends with everybody. And is that okay? And we said, yeah, that's fine. But being disrespectful is not okay. That's the difference. So the minute you're like, I'm not sitting there selling, I'm like, that's rude. That makes them feel worse. Like, don't put that on them. And then that person accepting those feelings, saying, because you don't want to sit next to me makes me feel. No, I don't listen. I've never cared about that. Like, I don't care if I was on live and I was just one person, I would be happy, because I don't judge myself off of other people's opinions or validations. I never do that. But I tell you what I do judge myself on the way I love people and the amount of love I can give. When I lean in, when I open my heart to somebody, to that one person I want to care about, ooh, they know. They will absolutely know. It's very warm, and it's a partnership of major giving. So when I'm in the classroom, these are my friends. These are my coworkers, and I'm teaching them. But I allow them to teach me too. I say I never let them feel like they can't teach me anything. And I tell them, I say, thank you. I say, that's awesome. I'm going to tell the other kids. And like I tell other kids, when they show me something, I'm like, hey, get out of here. I go, you goddamn nerd. And then like it's like my joke to them. And so it's that fun thing that we get into, that moment we kind of look at it and say, hey, we're having a good time and it's okay. But it's not okay to be disrespectful. And Gigi, you are destined for success. Like, this is not something I could tell you weren't, and you'd be like, no, you're wrong, Cosmic. And you walk away. And I love that about you. So let that sink in, because you don't even have to ask about it. I mean, you'll still get the same messages, but it's going to be something like, what does the depth of your soul need? What does that part of you need to wake up? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for being here. I'll be here for just a little bit longer, probably for another 20 minutes. I was on for like 3 hours yesterday, but I'll definitely be back for members only Monday tomorrow. I'll probably be on in the afternoon. I'm going to probably try to be on a little bit earlier than 7, only because I'm going to try to get people from overseas and give people a chance, say from California, to catch up and stuff. So I'm going to try to pick a sweet spot in that time. So just letting you guys know, I appreciate you all for being here. I really do. If you guys are looking for any private readings, I'm always available at cosmicboogeyman.com. And be sure to follow me on all those socials. I know you're not. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. All right, so I appreciate you guys. We had some amazing readings yesterday. I think Anne's Human had a crazy rating at the very end. It just went off the charts. And it was like, and I said I'm going to pick whoever it is I'm going to read if you're here or not. And then they were here, but it made me feel. I was like, whoa! It was really good. So I just unloaded everything I had into that reading. But Cindy also same thing, right? That moment of seeing yourself in a new light, that's different. That shows us, hey, who am I? Why am I here? Rana. Maria, how are you? Principal Rose, how are you? Partnership, yes. Partnership is always a good thing. I love partnership. I love like the cooking together, the let's go get food. I love that part of ourselves that we can find each other. We can be part of something. It helps us find each other. But partnership is partners. It's not owners. And so when we get into that partnership conversation, many masculines, and you know what I'm talking about, will go out there and say, where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you with? It's like, no, I trust you to love me as much as I love you. So you be you. You do your thing. I don't need to own you to know I love you. I don't need to ever own you to know I love you. And whatever makes you happier, that's the part you should be going to anyway. I'll support you in that. Because you know what? I know I'm deserving of someone powerful. That's powerful. I do have tomorrow off. Yes, I definitely do. Yeah. But I'll be on tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. I'll be on tomorrow, probably a little earlier. Maria is up, or what else we got here? Yeah, the queue is open, guys. I know we have a couple people in here. I'm trying not to reread the people I read for yesterday. No offense. Actually, no offense. I know you're here, Rana. But I'm just trying to get the people who haven't had a reading in a couple days, or a couple weeks even, because I've been off live. That's all. Maria's here. Thank you. So hang out. I'll grab random at the end a little bit. So I got a couple more minutes here. But I'm just trying to get those people. Like Maria hasn't had a reading in a while. Principal Rose hasn't been on in a while. I appreciate you. But yeah, I love that you guys are here. And members only, it's kind of like this. It's a little bit like this. I try not even to use the queue, actually, to be fair. And it's so fun because we're just on there chatting, ethereal. My moderators get readings typically on the Mondays, and that's what it is. So that's what I'm going to tell you. So Maria, what are we looking for? You looking for romance? I have my romance angel deck here. I'm not afraid to use it. And I know what it can do to you. But I can do tarot. I can do the romance deck. If you're looking for some love, if you have a person you're interested in, you want to know what they think, let me know. Maria. Mm-hmm. I love the name Maria. It is. Maria's a really nice name. Actually, you know what? That's Fapina's mom's name. Now I think about it. General Reed. I know, guys. Relax. If you guys see that card, let me know in comments if you just saw what that card said to me. Back to me. It's so funny. It was funny. I don't know if you guys saw that. But if you see this after the fact, I'm going to probably promote this video out. So you might see the video hit like 4,000 or 5,000 views. But I'll promote the video. But have you seen what that just said? I was getting a message for myself about Maria asking for a general read. Principal Rose wants a general read. All right, I'm going to pick the deck. Actually, I'm going to go with 5. My guides are funny. They don't hide. They're not afraid to hey, I'll tell you something. It's essentially they're not afraid to tell me to shut it. And just because it's a little quieter, I'm pulling more cards for you guys, giving you guys a chance. If you're in the queue, you're in the queue. I would definitely, you still have a chance. Anybody that's in the queue, and Human, Rana, all you guys. I'm going to pull from the queue random. I'm just giving these guys a chance to get read because they haven't been here. And I went on today because I was like, I really haven't been on live much. I'm going to give you guys an extra day. So 3 of Cups energy, Cancer energy, reverse. It's coming down 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 months. It's coming in with that 3, 6, 9. It's giving you a heads up. Something bigger is coming in, just so you know. Friends first. Lean into your friendships. You can't see it. I can't necessarily tell you exactly, but it's a Akashic record. It's written into your divine blueprint, essentially. So what we're going to have for you is a challenge. Here's your next card. See what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be wealth, money. It could be a wealthy partner. It could even be a wealthy friend. It could be a wealthy lover, right? We could have that partnership. Like you're meeting someone who's wealthy, and everyone says, "Oh, that's you're saying yes." This could be you. You could be finding that person who has money. We're fighting that energy. We're fighting whatever this is. This could be Aquarian truth seeking. But what it comes in with is 5 of Swords. At mid-January, we start to see some signs of this. So it's more or less like you're heading out to 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 months, and you're starting to see signs of whatever this is coming in. The reality of this is you're setting your own life lessons. You're allowing yourself to see them, but not lock into them. Maybe we're keeping ourselves quiet. We're not saying anything. The 4 of Cups has made a lot of debut here today. But this is you. Are you happy, Maria? Simple question. Are you happy? That's all the universe cares about right now. And that's all I care about. Are you honestly happy? And you have to answer that truthfully, not lie to me, not lie to you. You don't have to put anything in there, but I'm asking you because you need to answer the question if you're really happy. Because whatever this is, no one's going to give you the happiness that you deserve. Only you can love you as much as you deserve to be loved. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is completion. I feel like we've had missed life lessons, and it's kind of like I don't want to have that happen again. The universe is really retesting you or retesting it. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a message. This is the message. This right here, this is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the 3 pyramids coming up. Short throw energy. We're fighting the past life energies, right? The people who challenge you the most, the people who kind of irk you the most, past life energy. They have these life lessons. Have you ever completed a life lesson, Maria, right? And then it feels good to say, I'm glad we had that talk. That moment, I'm glad we had that talk. The feeling you have right after that. Am I right? Yeah. It tells you, it opens up your eyes to something new, to something brand new. It shows you that you're not only the moon, you're the stars, you're the starseed. You have abilities to create and build in your own universe. And sometimes we fight that. We fight that we can't do it. We don't want to build. We're afraid of the past lives. We're afraid of those long-term past life connections. What if this is toxic? But what if it is? But what if it's not? What if it's loving and caring? What if you're deserving of that love that you've always asked for? You know, what if you get that foot rub because you need it? What if that moment happens not because you're asking for it, but because you're sitting there and this person cares about you? That's the moment you're going into this. You're deserving of everything. This is the life lesson, the Taurus energy, the hidden energy, the Hierophant. But the life lesson is going to come in once you accept it. You have to see how these cards are flipped in reverse here. It's telling you this is your strength. So it's almost like we're hiding or not locking into whatever happened, or these past life situations have left us questioning. It might even be past life as questioning it. Yeah. It's these past life lessons have less of. Maybe we had like 1 or 2 examples of this in your early teens, and you had friends or people kind of like they were my best friend forever, and bang, they disappeared, or something happened. That could also be. Yeah. See. Universe is notifying you, angel. That's the angel touch card. This is the divine. This is interdimensionals, right? Beings. This is them. This is an interdimensional being card. So you know, Maria. What it's telling you is your path, your life path. It is destined. It's divine. But on top of that, you still have the ability to choose. You're the captain of this ship. What happiness do you want? What happiness do you deserve? Not what someone's going to come give you and save you and say, here's the treasure chest I brought. No. This is your world that we're living in, and we have to basically let you know that this is your choice, and everything's your choice. Do you choose to be happy on this moment or not to be happy? And I know people say, well, no, I'm telling you. This is akashically written. This is in your blueprint. As I set up here, this is the thing we can't see. Because what it's telling you is the moment you get clarity on this, it's not hidden. You see, I deserve this. Why not? I deserve it's not a no. The universe is saying not now. It's saying I'm telling you guys, when you get the universe giving you these messages, right? You want somebody, and it doesn't happen. But then it comes back around, you go, whoa, okay, that's not now. Or if they date somebody else, is that not forever? Is there somebody better? And you obviously let the universe test you on this. This is you locking into the 9 of Cups energy. That's wish energy. But I don't like using the word wish, because wish seems so like overdone, right? But instead, why don't we just say material abundance or dreams come true? Better idea, right? Because once you're wishing, and this could even be locking in affirmations, you set 9 affirmations that you say every day, every night. You have a mantra that has 9 steps to it. You lock this in, and that's when your future changes. You lock in the anxiety, the grief, the depression. All of that self-isolation starts to fall away because the boundaries are set. You're saying, no, these are my boundaries. This is what's happening. And the universe says, okay, I'll have to match that vibration you're setting. You know, and so when you're letting go of the stress, the exhaustion, all those burdens, you're saying, no, that's your problem. I'll help you with it, but that's your problem. right? And that's powerful. There's something like really free-spirited about someone saying that, or feisty saying, no. Because you sit happy, you sit pretty in the end of this, and that's what it's telling you. The angels are on your side, but you don't see the success that's sitting there right in front of you. There's a life lesson. It's staring you down. This is Taurus energy. Yeah, but it's also past life. You're evolving and you're becoming something bigger in this lifetime. This is patience, patience, patience. So your patience has been tested and it's really been exhausted. But I'm telling you, that patience is going to matter in the next evolution of where you're going. I would say even the next couple of years, because you're about to happen to go into the 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 months, 6 to 8 years even. So what if I told you in 6 to 8 years, you can unequivocally tell someone I'm a starseed? Like, what if I told you that right this moment? And you said, no, I can prove it to you. And you start going through like charts and stuff and say, see how this all lines up. Because that's the light at the tunnel, because you have the star, the sun, and the moon all in your reading. But you have to recognize what's hiding in plain sight. The universe probably talks to you all the time. Like, I started this reading. You got a reading on this free live day where the reading started at 11:11. Yes? And that's what this is because you are deserving of it. You have been deserving of this for a long time. This star energy is a renewal saying, I kind of never thought I had this, a power ability, the inner clarity, the miracles, or that 9 of Cups card, you know. I don't know if I don't like using that, but if that card comes in, that's saying you're in the spotlight. Shine the shiner, put the light out, become the tower, the beacon for everyone to see how amazing you really are. Don't hold back, you know, be you. Don't do things for other people. Be that version of you that wants to be. And that changes you immensely. And it changes you quickly. Because what happens is you say, I'm leaning into what I want. And when we get to tower moment, that's all unwanted change, right? That's like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. Or someone's trying to disgrace you. But you're like, no, tower moments are welcome here. Whenever I get tower moments, they're reverse. So it's wanted change. It's like I live in like, I have to change. I put purposeful upheaval in my life. I switch things up. Not because I'm afraid, but because I'm afraid of not trying. And that's the moment we have to look at life and look at it why we're here. I appreciate you for being here. I really do. Yeah, we're gonna grab a couple more people here. You have a moment to join in. !join gets you into the queue. And then I'm gonna grab random for the last one, and then we're gonna call it. I'll be back tomorrow though. Members only. I'll be back tomorrow for members only Monday. It's $2.99. It's super good. You get like access to all the early content, teaching content's out. Cosmic Codex, Beyond the Veil, where literally I'm asking, are we in a simulation? And I pull cards. Turner and I are talking, and I'm pulling cards, and we're basically looking at it. Do we live in a simulation? What does that mean? What is the great thinkers like Neil deGrasse Tyson? What are they trying to say? Because they're in the thoughts of yes. So I said, okay, let's look at it with tarot. Let's connect the sciences to the spirituality. Let's be not afraid of the transformation that's happening. This is a big time in your life. I'm proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for taking that moment, for being yourself. If no one's ever said it, I'm proud of you for existing. Because you have existed for a reason, and that's true. That's the part of you that matters. Not just to me, but that is the part of you that's most important. Ethereal, I'm going to tell you, I know you just put the question in there. Yes and yes and yes. October 23rd is a very pivotal day. I'm going to tell you guys on outside the channel, I've been getting signs over and over and over and over. October 23rd, something big is happening. It's rebirth energy. It's something huge is coming down for many of us. It's an evolution. It's like bump, 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 and it just starts to fall into place. It's October into November into December. And then January, and it starts to just change. And it's like, remember when they turned, it's like this. Do you remember when you went on the internet the first time? Or were you alive when they had the internet come on the line the first time? Right? A long time ago. But I'm telling you guys, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. So we're in this place of now we're connecting AI to the internet, to blockchain, to, you know, and they're saying, and I don't know, you guys can look this up yourself, but the Atlas 3i, that pseudo ship thing that's coming into Earth's orbit, they're saying they're getting messages from it. I don't know if it's true. I'm not telling you it's true. I'm not saying any of that, but I'm just telling you I just saw that earlier today. I'm like, come on, is that cool? Because I have heard it's possibly a craft. All right, guys, last call for joining the queue. !join. This will be the last reading, and then I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the content I put out. I just put some new stuff out, and I can tell you guys, it's very fascinating. The stuff we're looking at. They're basically the governments and everyone's saying, hey, we have interdimensional entities. The UFO videos are out here. There's a ship coming. It's like, and people are like, huh. And there's all this distraction happening in front of our faces. Markets dropping, tariffs, war, and we're looking down when we should be looking up. And then that's what's going to be the difference maker. I'm telling you. And so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like this is something big coming, and that could honestly be what you're seeing too here. I think a lot of spiritual people are picking up on this, some kind of transmission signal, and it's not necessarily into us, but it's this vibrational shift of the earth, new earth, essentially, right? I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Thank you for being here, and let's keep going. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, look it up, you guys. Look it up. Atlas 3I, and then see what you see. Avi Loeb, who is like, I guess he was the head of the Israeli Space Agency, he's already admitted, he's like, they're out there. Like, there's a galactic federation and stuff. This is literally the head of the Israeli Space Agency. And I know no shade, no hate, no whatever on anyone at this moment, just being factual. But the point is, it's like this stuff, he's literally, I think he works at Harvard. He's a professor. Like, crazy, right? So that's the stuff that I find even more fascinating. All right, let's keep going, guys. I appreciate you. Let's see if you haven't joined yet. Exclamation point join. I have Principal Rose, Sonali, Rana, Cindy, and Human. I appreciate you guys for taking your time. We had an amazing last read yesterday. So I'll be back tomorrow for Members Only Monday. Take a look at it. It's $2.99 a month. Not it's not anything. It's like barely, not even a cup of coffee anymore. It's so crazy. So, but it gets you access to the content, an extra live reading like this tomorrow. Very different, by the way. And then when I go permanently, there'll be two of those members onlys. Like, there'll be two of the members onlys when I go live, when I switch over permanently. And that's what's going to end up happening, just so you're aware. So that's probably what's going to go down. It'll be 2 lives and 1 for free. How unbelievable will that be? Because at that time, I'll have probably way more members, and I'll have to kind of cater to those wonderful members. You know what I'm saying? All right, my friends. Last call. See, Naya, Principal Rose, Sonali, Rana, Cindy Griffin, and Anshuman. I love that message. Can I get some messages for my forever person? His vibes, and when will we be together? It's all divine timing, right? All right, here we go. Who's get picked? Sonali here. We'll give him a chance, and then if they're not here, I'm going to grab somebody else. That's what I'll do. Because you guys are hanging, you guys are here. And I'm not saying Sonali's not here. No disrespect, Sonali. I'm just telling you guys what will happen. So I'll give Sonali a minute to come forward, make themselves known. Oh, spirits of the beyond. And if they're not here, I'll pick the next person. We'll grab the next person that's here. If you haven't done so, maybe you should just think about the Discord, joining the Discord. That's also another way to kind of keep you guys all connected at the same time. The Discord's free, absolutely free, and you guys can use it. There's a voice chat in there. There's a way to connect, share, and basically self-promote if you have your other content in there. So, and then I send my notifications about when stuff's going live, or I put new content. It goes through Discord too. So that's another way to kind of give you a heads up. But yeah, and so we'll give Sonali another 30 seconds, and then we'll just grab for the next person. I appreciate you guys though for being here. If you're ever looking for any different content, always hit me up, because Brenduska can be thanked for some of this content we have here. Like the shorts, the teaching tarot shorts, like the stuff where I have one card out there and I'm telling you about something in it. That's Brenduska. Like that, Brenduska's like, hey, I would love to see you teaching the cards. And I'm like, oh. And then we started talking, and it came out to the shorts idea. So that's Brenduska. Even the shorts content pretty much was Brenduska. And eventually what I'll end up doing is probably doing a live that's just vertical, just for phones. And I'll do one like this. Then I'll go cross-platform. That's going to be fun. When I hit live, I'll be going live everywhere. All right, Sonali. I love you, but you're not here. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Who is it? Did it work? Oh, Anne's human. Look at that. Okay, my thing froze for a second. Anne's human, if you're here, see? And you had the last reading yesterday, too. How crazy is this? Hang in there. Count your blessings. Then I got to switch over laundry and get back to work. You guys distract me in a good way. You guys are a good distraction. Do you like when I distract you? Do you like when I come online and I'm a distraction to you? When I just talk, when I soothe your mind. Because I love this. I love the discipline you guys have, and I love watching you heal and put time into yourself and embrace that silence and speak that tenderness, out there and say, this is who I am. Yeah, I don't think they're here. I think they bounced. They were like, I'm out. No, that was they had a good reading yesterday. It was really good. Okay, Rana 956 next. What I used to do, and I might have to start doing this again, is at like halfway mark I clear the queue and I let you guys rejoin. And it just gets, I know Rana's here. So what it does for me is it lets me kind of like see those people who kind of like fell out or kind of came back or whatever. It lets me kind of reset the queue. So I used to do that too. All right, Rana wants to know. What do I need to know right now? Any advice? Any advice? Here we go, Rana. Rana 956, not to be confused with Rana 957 or Rana 955, but this is Rana 6. Okay. Ooh. Capricorn, stability coming in. Devil in the details. We have the 3 of Pentacles. It's the end of the year. This is all the way up till December 31st. New Year's kiss kind of thing, right? Setting your New Year's intentions. Instead of setting your New Year's intentions, set your intentions now. Yeah, a lot of regret held back, something holding back. 5 of Cups energy coming in here with this Scorpio. So we're talking about a 2-year cycle, or maybe even a 2-month cycle. But we're heading into some kind of change here because we get the 3 to the 5. So there's definitely some kind of cycle ending or going through something. You're taking ownership in December. So this is a cycle that's absolutely shifting. You've done very well. You can't save everybody, is what I'm being told. See? You can't save everybody. The universe is telling you you've done really, really well. So as the cycle shifts and as we head to the end of the year, where are you heading? Where are you going to next? What is the next challenge that you put on yourself, right? You set it and forget it, right? When you put the seed in the ground, you just leave it alone and let it grow. Gemini lover energy here. I love this. This is Gemini lover energy. It's Akashic saying, be the curiosity kid. What's something else you haven't learned that you're always curious about? What's the one thing you haven't figured out yet that you're trying to decipher? The universe wants to teach you. Right? Because when you choose clarity over comfort, that tells you something. But you have to go through curiosity to get there. And that's why we start being grateful. And we start saying, hey, I missed those cups. I still have two things I can hold true, but that's why I'm kind of like, ugh. But are you really unfortunate? Maybe this is the cycle of maybe down. Maybe you're having a hard time right now. And then you're going to go to the up in a little bit. Because this is you figuring out what it is. Money could be coming in. We could have long-term wealth. We could have stability, but this is messengers. Whenever you see pages, they're messengers. These are divine messages. They're messages from the universe saying, hey, so-and-so's thinking about you. There's a person on your mind. There's this. Could be work, co-workers. So you have money here. It's emotional investment. I love what I see here. We have 3, 5, 8. What's this? 13? 13 pentacles right here, but that's in your emotions because you're controlling them. You're taking ownership of what this is. You know what starts with you. You are self-assured victory. You think about what you have been through, right? And every day you do something. You take something on, right? It's not a continuation. It's a new beginning. And every day you do this, you start something new. And we look at the days as like, oh, another day. No, it's a brand new day. You ever hear that saying, a brand new day? And they take that brand new day and be loyal to that. Be loyal to the soul expansion, the proportionate part of you that says, hey, I accept that it's a brand new day. Anything could happen today, right? And that's what happens. That's those people who scratch the lottery tickets and go, I won. Yeah, because they live, anything could happen. Because they're obviously living in that, I need this to be a possibility. There's your strength. There's your happiness. There's a Gemini lover energy. This right here is telling us something in August. This could honestly be, you might be running in 2-month cycles. So you're running in these like quick cycles as you're regulating. So you could be going through a 2-month cycle where in August things were great and things kind of felt like and things slowed down. By October 23rd, this is the same date we were just talking about here, Rana. Something big comes in and it resets you again. So you've been down, right? You were up and then you were down, and now you're going to go back up. And the universe is saying, how do we handle that? Because this is past life energy. Maybe you're not addressing it, not looking into your stability, maybe not looking into your intuition, your passion, your desire. Empress energy coming in. This is a powerful move, saying, hey, I know I'm an Empress in here, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to pull out that card. I'm not ready to show I'm an Empress, because you're waiting for cup or love, or you're waiting to give the love. Yeah, brand new start. I think there's a brand new start coming in. That's the thing. That's what this messenger is telling you. You have a brand new start. You have a new love coming in. This is a love like unlike anyone else. This is not someone you're manifesting, creating. This is somebody that's coming in because the universe is putting them out there for you. Yeah. Happiness, happy home, happy life. Could be baby. Like we've been getting this a lot today. So maybe that's what maybe that's the draw is maybe babies. Maybe it's baby o'clock in here. I don't know. We're heading into like the winter months. But reality is this is happening because this person wants to see you. Gemini lover energy. And this is the truth seeker, right? The Aquarian coming in saying, hey, I want to figure this out. This is the end of January, beginning of February, kind of getting into that holidays, even like that Valentine's Day feel, right? Saying, what are we missing? It's almost like too much sometimes, but what are we missing is the ability to kind of recognize you are lovable. You are absolutely desirable. You're adorable, and you have what it takes to be the next version of yourself. You just don't want to take that leap. Why? Because you're afraid. It could be kind of the Aquarian energy. It could be like the truth seeker. Are you enough? I'm telling you, you're enough. You absolutely are enough. Take that jump. Take that jump. There's Gemini lover energy again. Yeah, this is definitely telling me that you have something going on here in your energy. It's not only money, it's success. So money's easy, right? We're getting money, we're building money, but this is success long term, and there's that baby again. So I feel like there's almost like some kind of universal message here saying, once you open up to one page, all of them come in and say, oh, that house is open. So that page is that like becomes, you remember the home or the friend's home that you would always go visit their home? That's this kind of energy. So if I'm reading this right, you have a baby or have a child, see, and they become the attraction to the other ones, and that's what becomes fun for you, because it's the strength, the energy, it's the soul, it's the spirit. You've been put out there to almost be part of this process of portal energy. Ooh, that was really jumping, but yeah, cut the chains. Wow. This is desire, but on a spiritual level. Let me put it this way: whoever this person is, Capricorn energy again. Also coming in with deep desire, hidden wants. How do I say this? Somebody's seriously desiring you, and you're getting close to this physicality with this person. Is there someone in your life right now? Soul tribe energy. Yeah, I get that. And there's the money. I think we're about to flip the script. October 23rd is going to tell you some major life shift. There's someone in your energy, and they're sitting there right outside the periphery. They're sitting there right there. We kind of hide. See, like this is see what's fascinating. I'll show you guys. This is the ready? This is the outside of the church. This is the inside of the church. And then when you have the Four of Swords, you'll see the stained glass is this stained glass. So the cards all intertwine. They all talk to each other. But what it's telling me is like you're piecing this together, saying, this is real. It almost feels like a really magnetic draw to it. How do I say this without sounding? You feel understood. How about that? When you feel understood, it's a better way. It's like you can almost breathe before you speak, and you respect that. And so as you move through the universe, as you go through this, you're going to realize that out of nowhere, ideas they later prove that something's divine. You're like going, huh? That deep sense of deja vu, yeah. And so as we start to find this, we see like rainbows, we see the lock-in of clouds or things, or the moon energy, and we're locking into birds landing at the right time. That's the universe also talking to you. It's more than just these cards, saying you're deserving of whatever this is. And if it's a child, which I feel like it could be, it really feels like a child's coming in. It's right here. And I think that child comes in because you have been patient and you put this energy out there. And that's the universe saying, if you can see this, imagine what you could be as a parent. Imagine how you could operate as a deep parent. gonna pull one more card here because I think we just have to get moving. Is there someone that you're interested in, or someone that you're waiting on? It feels like you are. It feels like you are. There's like a person sitting there, and we're just kind of waiting. We're basically doing intel gathering. I call it my Olivia Benson. You know, the world's best detective. But anyway, really, it's like you're basically figuring it all out, saying, what is this? How do I get there? And maybe you're just looking for that other half. Maybe you're looking for that other person. They're not there yet, but they're hiding there. If you go back and rewatch it, you'll see the Ten of Pentacles. There's a person in the cards in the bushes hiding. Someone's got an eye on you. Yes. Yeah. There it is. This is my card. This is basically, I would consider it my confirmation card, but it's just saying, we're good. You haven't made the jump. Neither of you have said, hey, we're going to climb this. Who's going to climb the mountain to the other person? And the angel's sitting there waiting. This is angelically touched in divine love coming in. October 23rd is pivot point for you. Pivot. All right, my friends. Yeah. Now I'm going to end it at 111. I started 11:11. I'm going to end it at 111. How fascinating. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you as always. I'll be back tomorrow for Members Only Monday. If you haven't done so, become a member. $2.99, super easy, cheap. And thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for being part of the process. It's sharing the channel. It's been amazing to keep this growing. I do appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you. And I'll see you guys real soon. As always, thank you, Brenduska, my +1 to the dance. I'll only dip you once. Maybe a kiss on the neck. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. And be sure to follow Ethereal Moonlight. They got their channel going. All right, guys. I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you.